the third step here, we're gonna kind of do setting up the analysis. This is like the analysis part, I guess, of the walkthrough. So first thing we're going to do is create the proposed corridor the proposed pavement tops of the corridor. So we go ahead and move over to a new model for terrains. So here, start a bunch of leveling off. It's not too much, I don't think. I'll remove anything that we don't need. There we go. So you're really just referencing the corridor itself. So it's the same file. It's just this is the corridor model, the default 3D. You could create your terrain however you want, but this step we're doing just the proposed top. I'm going to use the break lines method. So going over here, we don't need any of the PX, don't need construction PM. We just need these three. So go to the terrain, create terrain from elements. Go with break line first, and corridor. I don't know, proposed pavement. Break lines, these. You can see probably triangles all over the place. There we go. Then add the out ones, exterior ones, your boundary, and there's your proposed pavement. So now we have everything to do a delta terrain, which we're going to be using this delta terrain with a display filter, display style, to show kind of like a heat map of the depths of the overbuild, that are required, and that's basically this proposed pavement corridor and the existing pavement terrains. The very first step, not the composite. So we'll go to model view, the delta terrains tab. Right. Let's see our references. There we go. So the existing pavement, and then I already have referencing the proposed corridor. Let me bring this closer so you can see it. So yeah, we have all these here. Let's see. I would like to probably triangles. Not really caring for them right now, so try to turn some of these off. Hey, there we go. One. All right, it's a good day. Adjustment, pavement. What do you think level that is? MEX, what was the shot? Make it brown. 5 looks good. 7. And for the post, color should be fine. We'll do the same thing, just green. And the last step would be to actually turn the level overrides on. All the way over here. Come on. There we go. And to create our delta terrains, I'm guessing probably in here somewhere. There we go. So what I do here, because this is a pain in the butt, really for a naming convention, I'll do like a dummy one first. So however I want to name it, it'll be I don't know, a DTM, Delta, 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 southbound. Let's do it that way. I believe I always get this wrong, but normally I would do existing terrain minus proposed terrain, so it's backwards actually. So you're going to click your proposed first, your first terrain, and then your existing terrain. It's going to create one of these thingamajiggers. The reason I do this first one, so every time I'm going to use this name itself, I'm going to control copy. And then I can start all the way at the beginning and pretty much run through that. So There we go, delta terrain. Terrain for model. I said propose first. There we go. And this one's going to be named 1, and then it'll continue to add that number. And so it would be 1, 2, 3, and then we'll end up deleting the 0, 1 after. That's just something I do. It's really, you can do whatever you want. All right, I think we get it. Through brains. All right, so this doesn't really show you much. Obviously, like, okay, great, what does this do? Nothing until we apply the correct display filter here. Let me turn off all the other ones. Got triangles on, so I've copied these in already. But what this is just I started with the thematic height terrain, and I applied my own elevations. So if we go over to height here, essentially I just end up taking the thematic and you put -5 and 0.5. So I mean, I'll run through it. It probably wouldn't help. I haven't done this in a while, but should be pretty much the same thing over and over. -5, and I think I had 0.5 or something like that. Change the colors up. I like to flip it, so negative being not good, and then 0.5 being all right. But then I had this completely different here. I use this different. You go through the entire table here, and really just kind of put the values you want. I was just using by inches and half inches, it looks like so. And that was just my color heat map. And you had this little table at the end. You could reference in your alignment and kind of go through this, or depending on how you want to use it. But this is essentially what shows you if there was a negative number, it'd be showing red, and sometimes that does show up, especially at the ends here with bridges, because my null terrain didn't quite line up with the proposed pavement here. But what you have, you'll see you have like a bunch of this stuff at the end. But really, this is kind of gives you just the benchmark idea of what the proposed profile is going to do, and probably do some future steps here to show you how to build the proposed profile from here. Because right now we just have kind of this line string segmented profile, and that's to me not a very good profile. And you might have breaks that are greater than the tolerance for the design speed of the road, so you actually will have to do a fitted profile of some sort. So, but this gets you the base of where you need to be. Where you start, you can't go underneath this line here, or you'll be cutting into existing pavement. And then once you get too high up, you remove, you're no longer widening and milling, resurfacing, and overbuild, because you just can't overbuild 6 feet of pavement, in depth. You just have to reconstruct it. But this is just one of those workflows. I might add to this later. Of course, you wouldn't hear this in the video if I've already done that. So let me know if you have any questions. If these workflows, these concept ideas, videos on this are helpful in any kind of way, or is this too long-winded, shorter or sweeter, whatever. I'm just trying to pass on information of the stuff that I've come across as I've been modeling and designing. So thank you very much. Bye.